How are you feeling about those Mets?
I feel great, man. How can you not feel good about, putting away Paul Skeens in the first inning? I mean, this is the Mets team that's a lot different than what we're used to, but hey, it's all good on opening day at least.
That's beautiful. And for context, Brian does a little bit of a lot of bit of editing for Sideliner. So one of Sideliner's best, no doubt about it. Behind the scenes, making things go around. So Brian, just shout it out. We appreciate everything you do here in the biggest way. And your baseball knowledge and your editorial knowledge has been significant for us. So no slouch to the game. But why don't you give us a little bit of insight into what's going to make this Mets team kind of go forward this season, get over last season's woes to end it. Are you feeling more encouraged? Do you think they went in the right direction? Where are you at?
I really think the Mets have a really strong chance to win the National League East this year, to win the National League. I mean, it's tough to beat the Dodgers without anything, but this is a team that's got a lot of new faces. I miss Pete Alonso. I miss Brandon Nimmo. I still miss Jacob deGrom, but this is a team that has a lot of great talent on it. And the 1-9 is really solid. The rotation is solid. Bullpen's a little bit of a question mark, but this is a team that should compete every night and be one of the top teams in the National League.
Yeah, and obviously Nolan McLean coming out. The young rook was my favorite for Rookie of the Year from the last episode. I think he's going to be an ace in the sport in absolutely no time. Do you have someone you're kind of under? Obviously there's the superstars and everyone's watching that, and Bo Bichette comes over and all that. There's someone that people should be paying more attention to on this Mets team that could possibly be a big difference maker this year for them.
I mean, get ready for Carson Bench. He had a home run in his first game as a Met this year. He's playing right field. He's moved Juan Soto over to left field. He's used to be a two-way player, but now is solely focused on hitting. And he's a top prospect, man. He could definitely be a 20-homer guy, fill the void that Brandon Nimmo kind of left when he moved on to Texas. Really talented cat, great arm, great eye. Really, really good player. If Nolan McLean's not the Rookie of the Year in the National League, he's got a shot at it.
I was gonna say when we did the episode the other day, it was between McLean and Benj is like my two guys. I was really close to picking Benj. He looks like he's got a lot of potential. He started hot, right? He got the home run right away in opening day with the ribbies and 1 for 3. So great start, best you can ask for from a top prospect. So he's looking in form right away. But we know you're running short on time. So we want to get right into it because we do this with every fan. Your all-time Mets lineup, and this thing is going to be stacked if I know this Mets team. So why don't we go ahead, just get into it with that. Let's start at catcher. Who you got behind the dish catching all time for the Mets?
It's got to be Mike Piazza. There's lots of great catchers in Mets history, but only one Hall of Famer. He's the guy. When you think of a Mets catcher, you got to think of him first.
God, is Piazza awesome. Also one of the coolest names in baseball history. One of the coolest looks in baseball history. And when he was repping that black Mets uni, those were good days, simpler times. I love Piazza. All right. Over at first base, who we got?
It's probably got to be Keith Hernandez. I mean, it's tough. You got Pete Alonso. You got some other great players at Crane Pool back in the day, but you got to go with Alonso as maybe like the DH for this team. Keith Hernandez, awesome defensive player, could hit for average, could hit for some power, ahead of his time, always on base. He's the guy at first.
So is that gonna mean you're putting in a DH? We're putting Alonso straight to the DH spot?
Yeah, move him over there. I think that there's a couple of good contenders, but he's the guy. I mean, nobody's hit 50 home runs as a Met like this guy. He's definitely all power. We're going to miss him playing in Baltimore, but yeah, he's got to be the DH for this team.
I mean, Mets all-time leader in home runs. How can you not? And he's got to be right there at the top 3 all-time in ribbies as well. So just one of the greatest hitters in team history. All right, right next to him, second base. Who you picking?
Edgardo Alfonso. If you're a true Mets fan, you've got love for this guy. He was always hitting for average. Solid guy up the middle for the team for so many years. Definitely one of my favorites growing up.
Wow. And now that you're saying this, so I'm kind of familiarizing this. 292 career average is no joke over 1,086 games. The dude could slash baseballs. Yeah. Holy crap. Not much for a home run hitter, but wow, did he get on base? 367 OBP. Wow. Okay. Next to him at shortstop, who you got?
I don't know how you go with anybody other than Francisco Lindor. He's got the arm, he's got the power, he's got the average, he's got the glove, he's everything. And the Mets have had some okay shortstops in the past, but he's the guy.
Now I'm going to challenge you. Why not Jose Reyes?
Well, aside from being canceled, I think that Lindor is a better overall player. Reyes had that speed; he was so much fun to watch when he was a Met. But Lindor he does everything, man. He's the face of the franchise, and he's going to keep doing it for a couple more years. Reyes was a great ball player. I
Mhm.
really loved watching him growing up, but Lindor does it all, man. He's everything.
Okay, I no hate at all. Lindor is a hell of a baseball
Mhm.
player. All right, third base. Who you got there?
There is no question. Got to be the captain, David Wright, greatest Mets player of all time, offensively at least. He's the man. He's as much New York Mets as anybody else who's ever played for the team. So he's got to be the third baseman. Would have had a Hall of Fame career if it weren't for the back injury, but
Yep.
still a hell of a ball player and can do again. Hits for power, hits for average, pretty solid defender, and just the most Mets player that there could be.
Yeah, yeah. There's no thinking or talking Mets without mentioning David Wright, like all-time leader in RBIs, hits, runs scored for the team, 296 career average. The dude is just like, let's get him a statue somewhere real soon. Does he's got a statue outside the stadium yet? If not, we need to make that happen.
No, no,
All right, let's
he's been pretty low key since coming back to the team, and yeah, no, he's due for one, and it'll be good to have one eventually for him.
absolutely, I agree. All right, into the outfield. Why don't we just kick it over to left field? Who we putting out there?
So I had a tough time with this because I wanted to go with Cleon Jones. That dude was amazing for the '69 Mets. That kind of set the whole thing off for us. But it's going to be Juan Soto. I know it's only been a year. He is an otherworldly hitter. He is so good. And he's going to be the cornerstone of the team for a long time. He's already done it all before becoming a Met. He's the left field man. That's you just got to get used to it. He'll be there for 15 years.
Yeah, the fact that he's still as young as he is and he's already on this Hall of Fame trajectory is just insane. How good of a baseball player that
Yeah.
cat is. So yeah, 1 year not can't blame you. He's one of the best for a reason. All right, center field. What you got?
Speaking of the Hall of Fame, it's Carlos Beltran. A lot of people hated on him when he first came over. They thought he was overpaid. They thought he was maybe a little bit arrogant, but his contract was worth every basis. He played an amazing center field. He hit all the time. Yeah, you've got the big strikeout in the 2006, but he was a classic Mets player, and he did everything for that team. He got a bad rap, and maybe deserved it later on when he was with the Astros, but the best center fielder in Mets history by far.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about a guy who almost had 3,000 career hits, just under 450 career homers, and almost 1,600 career RBIs. Like, this is an incredible, incredible baseball player, whether you overpaid or not. Like, you're talking about one of the greatest to ever play the game. Like, 280 career average with the Mets, I believe. So, absolutely money there. And then right field, who we putting out there?
Daryl Strawberry.
Hell yeah.
Again, synonymous with the Mets, the most Mets, 1980s, everything good, everything bad. That's the dude. And again, when I first became a Mets fan, when I was back in the 1980s, this was the only guy I was interested in, him and Doc Gooden. And incredible power hitter. Everything went south when he left New York, but he's the man. He was the man for 8 years, and rookie of the year, tons of home runs. Awesome player to watch play.
Yeah, he enjoyed some things off the field now. Immediately off the field, he had some. You don't know if you saw Eman over
Yeah.
here. Was
He was sniffing that coke. Yeah, him and Doc was hitting that pipe and sniffing that coke. Like them cowboy days. We got to bring it back in sports. Maybe we'll get more champions.
All right, real quick then. Your pitching staff. You get two pitchers. You can do two starters, a starter and a closer, whatever you want. Who are your two Mets all time pitchers that you're going to end up rolling with here?
Greatest pitcher in Mets history, greatest Met in history. Uh, just unbelievable longevity, unbelievable talent. He's the man. And then second one, I wanted to go with Doc Gooden. I wanted to go with Jerry Kuzman, but it's going to be Jacob DeGrom. Nobody was as good in those couple of seasons where he was at his best than anybody else. I mean, he is classic Mets pitcher. He's powerful. He struck guys out. He did it all. So he's definitely my other guy. So Seaver and DeGrom, they're the two pitchers.
Yeah, can't blame you. I mean, Jacob DeGrom. I mean, man, if the Mets just put a good lineup around that guy, I mean, he wouldn't be like a running joke of like calling people. I've been saying Jacob DeGrom syndrome. You just got an ERA next to the floor, but you can't get any wins chalked up next to you because your offense doesn't produce anything. He's just incredible. Seaver, another guy, like sub 3 ERA over his career, 300 plus games won. So just a great pitcher. DeGrom too, one of the most, I don't know if you call him underrated. Was it tough to leave Syndergaard off this list?
I love Noah Syndergaard, man. He and Matt Harvey are like two of the most Mets pitchers. They awesome for a short period of time. May have had some off-field issues, but incredible guys, incredible pitchers. I would love to have them on this list, but you got to put them behind Doc Gooden. You got to put them behind Jerry Koosman. You got to put them behind Al Leiter. But the Mets have been rich with pitching over the years. There's so many guys who could be on the list.
Yeah, I totally understand. All right. Well, before we let you bounce, if you got time still, we would love to get your take because you're a big MLB guy. Would love to get your take quick on what you see is the